Hey everyone, hope they're having a good day. My name's Andy. The channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these subjects, looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community. I'll be doing that this weekend as well on Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And we also have a special coupon code special that is still active if you'd like to sign up and get some savings. All right, let's dive in, take a look, see what's going on today. We've got a stronger dollar slightly today, but the momentum is still to the downside. You can see downside momentum. Nothing has turned this momentum around, at least not yet. That also is something that drives these bull markets in commodities, is a weaker dollar. Looking at yields, yields are stronger today. We have a 2-year yield that is up 0.64%. This still looks like we've got a chance to move higher. We've got stronger buying pressure in a smaller, weaker falling wedge type formation that could potentially still go on up. But we are underneath resistance. This is the resistance coming through here that we are under that could provide resistance to come back up and maybe turn us back over. But right now, the way that this looks, the way that it's been trading, I would expect this to try to work its way on up through that resistance area. And we'll see if that occurs. 10-year yields up 1.21%. Again, we've got the small selling pressure. This is a big buying pressure candlestick or higher candlestick for yields. This looks good to go higher. We are above support. That's probably going to match what crude oil does. We also have the 30-year yield doing something very similar to the 10-year that looks like it wants to go higher. Could we see yields go up and the dollar go down simultaneously? We could. What does that mean? It means nobody wants dollars and nobody wants our bonds. That's what it means, unfortunately. Bond prices are down 0.87. And again, I think this could potentially head lower. If we were to back out and gain some perspective, you can see the big selling pressure move on the weekly candlestick and just a small little up day there. So that signifies, I call that an inverted bloody nose, which is a continuation pattern lower. These big red candlesticks, what happens is you get a topping pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder. We've been coming down from that pattern, and we've been creating kind of these upward facing formations that are breaking down with big kind of selling pressure moves there. They are contracting some degree. We're up against a lot of support resistance through here. So that's where we're kind of going to pause for a little bit, is where all that support resistance is. The 2 and the 10, it is uninverting a little bit today, down 0.6% or so. Now, this is going to be the tricky part that they're going to try to balance. We've got inflation. We could see this fall, which means unemployment goes up, but it may not fall because of recessionary fears. The curve could look a little bit different because we have inflation in the system. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to do here, because I don't think Powell knows what he wants to do. You've got inflation, which generally you want higher interest rates because of the inflation, and the market is going to price higher interest rates. That's what you're seeing in the 10-year and the 30-year that we just went over. The Fed controls more of like the 2-year. But if we get if unemployment does come, where maybe residential, construction employment goes down or something on the lines of that, it hasn't happened yet, but maybe it does, then he's stuck because the market's going to be like, nope, there's inflation. But on the other hand, you want to lower interest rates to spur for the unemployment to go back down. You want lower rates. So he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I don't know what the answer is here. It's going to be a tough call. TYX TNX ratio slightly higher, but not a big move today. Not a big move. So we had stronger dollar, stronger yields. That generally doesn't work that great for gold. Gold was down $13 an ounce, not a huge selling pressure day. It's not a reversal candlestick. Momentum is still to the upside at this exact moment. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that continues higher. At some point, though, when we are going vertical, a lot of the times people do expect at least a little bit of a consolidation at some point. Maybe something similar to this could occur. And I'm not calling for it this second, but something like that could occur in a bull market. It may not just be smooth sailing straight higher. Silver down 1.6%. Looks okay. I don't like being next to these big red candlesticks. That was the tariff information, and they took every advantage to hit that as hard as they could. But it's been working up. That's not a reversal candlestick. Still looks okay. Platinum down 0.5, and again, it looks all right. Not a reversal candlestick. And palladium down 2%, but that's been chilling on its support line through here. And we'll see if we get a squeeze here. Maybe there's some squeeze that occurs and we eventually break. But we've just been chopping sideways for palladium for a little while, making these like little, I call them trampoline jumps. You get these trampoline jumps where you come in and then you just trampoline, you just jump up and down and do these trampoline jumps up and down. XAU to gold ratio down 1.37%, where the miners underperformed gold today. But again, we're at ridiculously cheap. Very huge runway ahead of us to move higher. GDX is down 1.8%. Not a reversal candlestick. GDXJ, small selling pressure, not a reversal candlestick. And SILJ down 2.26, right at resistance through here. And there's resistance. It goes all the way back here across a lot of stuff. So no reversal candlesticks and just a down day today. Crude oil up 1.8%. At least CL1, we are getting a little bit of momentum going. Let's see if that can carry that momentum into the future here and continue higher. The fair value of commercial inventory levels for oil, if you were to look at history, will be $95 a barrel. We are over $30 undervalued. Over $30 undervalued. TTF up 0.4, and that looks like it's trying to work its way on up. We have a bullish engulfing from yesterday and just a small little candlestick today, so that looks good, like it's going to try to go higher. Natural gas in America down 0.37. Momentum is still to the downside. Looks like we got a little bit of squeezing going on. You can see, the squeeze coming on there if you kind of look at it. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up 2.8%, following oil higher. Is this a potential bottom? Maybe, maybe not. There could still be some stuff in the system. We did enter this downward, and we are consolidating here. But the undervaluation in oil, the undervaluation in these equities, it looks good, is what I'll say, from a fundamental perspective. OIH up 3.6%, looking all right. And again, we've entered this down. We've got a nice big reversal bullish engulfing candlestick, the big green there. We're trying to work our way on it. We'll see if that continues next week. Newcastle Coal Futures down 1.22. It's right on support. I do think this will potentially turn here at some point. There's the pattern, the breakout, and this is your return move here. Doesn't mean it can't go lower, but we're at support, and we'll see if it holds. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, 1.32% higher. We're trying to break out of this downtrend line, and I do think it will. Looks good to go higher. Uranium futures pricing up 0.5%. That also looks like it's trying to move on up. Looks good. It looks good. I like it. URA up 1.45%, looking good. It's trying to put in like this shoulder, head, shoulder, a little bottoming pattern there. Hopefully we're going to break higher. I would have been a buyer somewhere on like that big day there. That's a good one. URANIum also looking pretty good. We have the bullish engulfing here and here. Not much selling pressure. That looks good to go higher. Very similar to what we were seeing in the rest of the sector here. And URNJ, similar. Ooh, nice. We're going to close above that. So that looks like we're going to potentially start a new uptrend. What happens is your downtrend, it's broken. This is a really short-term downtrend. There's probably a longer-term downtrend up here too, but you create a higher high, you break out. Here's your low. You create a higher low, and then you create a higher high, which basically our closing is right there. So we could be entering a new uptrend for URNJ. Nickel Up slightly. It's trying to turn. The rest of the commodities, it's trying. The tariff information got the heebie-jeebies installed in everybody. Copper up a little bit. The only thing I don't like being next to these red candlesticks. Don't like it because you see the small greens coming up. It's like we have one last maybe flush lower before we go higher. That's still a possibility. Still on the table, but maybe this was just that news that came out and everybody just got freaked and margin called, and maybe it's not significant. A lot of the times, what I see is large selling pressure, like at the tops of these. You'll see large selling pressure at, say, something like this one here. So you get these big red candlesticks to come down, and then you see the move higher. And then you get big selling, upward facing, big selling. And then eventually it will basically bottom out. Then you create a breakout there, and this is your buy point is here and here. The breakout in this, and then you hold it for the move on up. And then if you're in a bigger pattern, you might break out and move on up. So that's kind of what I see is it could be a potential where this big selling pressure here, and then we kind of work our way up like that and then roll over again. That is a possibility. And that exists in a bunch of different charts too. COPX, it's trying to work its way on up. It could be a little flag pattern. Could work our way on up. We'll see what the overall markets do. Lithium, similar pattern. They're all similar patterns here, guys. Not much selling pressure. It looks okay to go higher. RMX, same thing. We've got iron ore putting in a little bullish engulfing. That looks good to try to go higher. For iron ore, this has got a nice big pattern. It's just squeezing up here. It's got that same fractal as gold does before it usually rips. Aluminum still looks kind of weak. This is a bearish flag pattern to go lower. We've got Baltic Dry Index. That's getting hit to the downside. That's got some weakness in the short term. Emerging markets up 0.77, surprisingly, with a stronger dollar, but it's holding on. MU up 1%. It's trying to move. We are seeing some contraction in the candlesticks here of the greens. Sometimes they could potentially roll over. Again, I don't play the short term, but sometimes in the short term that happens. KRE, it's trying. Not much buying pressure though. XHB up 2%. This looks a little bit better. I'd like to see this candle be a little bit bigger than what it is, but bullish engulfing. It's trying to put in maybe a potential double bottom, work its way on up, maybe. We've got TAN up 1.1. We have a little bullish engulfing, looking like it's trying to work its way on up. Russell 2000, same thing. Bullish engulfing, trying to work its way up. S&P 500, not much selling pressure, probably similar to Russell. Nice big reversal candlestick here. We've got resistance above us. There and there, there's a bunch of resistance. So we could even get up here and then roll over. Something on the lines of that. NASDAQ, yeah, not much selling pressure. Still looks okay. Underneath resistance. SMCI, not much selling pressure, follow through. It looks okay. NVIDIA down 3%, still underneath the downtrend line. We've got Bitcoin up. This one doesn't look too bad. Looks like it could potentially head higher for Bitcoin. We've got resistance through here that we want to try to break out. Ethereum's up 0.75%. Kind of a tough one. We've got this stair-step pattern. I don't know if that's reversed yet. We do have a big bullish engulfing here. That green bullish engulfing, and then all the candles are inside of it. So that very well could head higher. Or try to, but the longer, bigger picture view is a downtrend. So it's trying to reverse that big downtrend, and then the short term looks okay to try to do that. I just don't know if it will be successful. MicroStrategy's up 1.8. I don't know how this thing keeps going up, but it is up somehow. And then the VIX is down 9%. It's been coming back down here for the volatility index of the S&P 500, which means your S&P is trying to bottom and work its way on up. So the fear might be coming out of the market to some degree. But that's what I've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you like. That special coupon code is active. Check it out. We've got a Sunday question and answer session at 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. So I'll see you guys there. We'll talk about all this stuff. And whatever questions you guys have, bring it and ask whatever you like. So that's all I've got for today. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.